What's going on, everyone? This is Erik with Full Mind MMA, and today I am joined by UFC bantamweight Rani Yahya. Rani, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just got done training. 2 sessions now, hitting pads, and then a session of grappling. So good workout. Getting ready.
That's great. That's great. You have a big fight coming up July 9th. Is that correct? Cody Garbrandt,
Yeah.
former champion.
Correct. Yes.
Was he
Great fight?
Was he somebody that you had your eye on to fight for a while?
Oh yeah, for sure. Since the beginning of his career, on his second fight, I started to watch him because I noticed that he used to belong from a good team Alpha Male, and was winning by knockouts his fights. So I started to watching him way back in the day. Yes.
How did this fight end up coming together? It's a huge name to be able to fight. I think it'll be a co-main event as well. Like, when did the UFC come to you with this fight?
Well, they just offered me the fight. Last fight I had was in November last year. I was waiting to have a fight, a new opponent, and they came up with his name, Cody Garbrandt's name, which for me was great because he's a former champion, big name.
He's a huge name in the division. I was just curious if with a win over somebody like Cody Garbrandt, you have to figure that would put you right in the bantamweight top 15. Do you expect that?
I do, yes. It's because he's a big name, he's a huge name. He's like, I believe he, in terms of popularity in that division, not only because of popularity, but because he's also a former champion. He also delivered. He has a pretty good highlight, knocking many guys out. I believe that definitely put me in a good spot. I win over him.
Absolutely. His skill set is remarkable. As you said, he has a great highlight reel as well. He struggled a bit as of late. He's been knocked out quite a few times in his last few fights. Do you think that the UFC might have been trying to maybe set him up for a win by giving him somebody like yourself, who is more known for your jiu-jitsu than for your knockout power?
I believe so. I think so. But the way I see is this: UFC always set up a situation which is a win-win for UFC. No matter what happens, whoever wins, UFC gonna earn with the situation. In this case, I believe that's happening, but I also believe that if I win, I'm gonna be in a very good spot, and I'm gonna win.
Absolutely. Obviously, somebody like yourself, you're one of the highest level grapplers that bantamweight has ever seen. But from Cody's perspective, obviously you have to look out for his boxing. So how do you think that this fight is going to look when we watch it on July 9th?
Cody's a very good boxer. He throws some kicks, but kicks is not his specialty. I believe that he will try to move around. He will try to use his movement to stay away from me at the beginning, and then eventually try to knock me out. I believe he's gonna try to use his kicks to measure the distance a little bit to cause some damage. But he will be unable to do that because I'm very aware of that. And then eventually he's gonna try to come forward and try to knock me out. But it's not gonna happen because I already expect his game plan. This is one possibility. The other possibility is for him to come forward right away. But I believe he moves well. He moves well. I believe he's gonna try to move a little bit before he comes forward. To me, and I'm ready for that. I'm ready to put pressure on him, turn this fight in a grappling match, put him against the fence, bring the fight to the floor, bring the fight to a territory where he's not used to, because He fought a few jiu-jitsu black belts, but not someone like me who keep a pace, a grappling pace that like mine, you know.
What do you think about his wrestling credentials? He was quite the wrestler back in college, I believe. I know Uriah Faber always talks about how people kind of forget about his wrestling. Is that something that you're looking out for at all, just because his takedown defense might be there?
Yeah, he got a wrestling background, but nothing special. You know, when I go to American Top Team, I train with many high-level wrestlers with way more better credentials than him, and I do very good with these people. So I know where to put this type of fighter, this type of guy. I know where wrestlers got their weakness, you know. So I'm gonna put him in few situations where he never been exposed, you know, because if you look, he's kind of new in the sport. I think he got like he doesn't even have, I think he got 17 bouts, I believe. 17 fights. You know, this is, I mean, he's experienced, especially because he's been in 5-round fights, but there is a lot more for him to be exposed, you know. He never been exposed in a few situations like the situations where I'm gonna put him in grappling situations and the kind of pressure that I'm gonna put against him.
Have you guys, because you said that you trained briefly at American Top or Team Alpha Male at around the same time. Have you guys?
No, I never trained there.
Oh,
I never trained. I rode it one time with Uriah Faber, but never was way back in the day.
Okay, I was wondering, have you guys ever talked before, you and Cody Garbrandt?
No, I never met him. I think I never saw him.
Are you so you're in Brasilia right now, correct? For your training camp?
Yeah.
When do you fly to the United States to pick things up there?
In a week, I go to United States, you know, to start my training.
That's great. That's great. Did you get a chance to see Cody's flyweight debut against Kai Kara-France?
I did. Yeah.
What did you think about that? Were you surprised?
No, when we dropped weight like he did, you know, and he was fighting against a guy who against a guy with huge knockout power, and we dropped weight like that, you know, you can expect this type of thing, you know, especially from him because he came with a sequence of being knocked out, you know, so it was something that was not surprised. It was something that could have happened, but also I was having him as a favorite to win that fight and eventually fight for the title in flyweight. I was also expecting that. You know, I was like 50-50, you know, on that. And Kara-France has a good knockout power, you know, and Cody, man, he looked good, you know, that he physically, he looked good on that weight. You know, he gained weight afterwards. Could see that he was much bigger than Kara-France, but we don't know how after a weight cut like that, we don't know how the guy gonna perform mentally. And first, before the things become physical, things mental first, you know. So, and you can see, man, some people drop weight, they do better. Some other, they don't. Some people gain weight, they do better. Some other, they don't. It's kind of a different fighter, you know, when you drop weight. It's a different situation, you know. We can name many examples.
Absolutely. Well, you know, you talked about your experience versus his experience. Looking at your record, I can't believe you've been in the UFC for over 10 years now. Like, how cool is it for you to be able to say that you have been fighting and winning for so long at the highest level? That's not something that most fighters can say.
Thank you very much. Huge recognition for me. This is definitely an accomplishment to be there for such a long time, as you said. And to be there, you gotta be performing, you gotta be delivering results, you gotta be winning. I think is my main accomplishment as a fighter. And at the same time, I feel that I can do much better, because this is one thing. I have been there, but I feel that I have to grow. I need to have a big fight like this fight and perform well. So it's still a challenge for me.
Being in the UFC for so long, obviously is very difficult on your mind and your body. You're now 37 years old. How much longer do you want to keep doing this? I mean, if you retired today, you'd have, one of the most impressive resumes of bantamweight history, just the names that you fought, the amount of time you spent in the division. Is retirement even on your mind right now, or are you still feeling great?
No, I think about retirement a lot. I definitely think about retirement, but I do think about that for many years. But the thing is that that I'm winning, and not because of only the fact that I'm winning, but also because of the fact that I feel healthy, I feel energized to do that. Let's suppose that I'm winning, but I have some injury issue or anything that affect fighters throughout their careers, that affect many fighters. Like I can different natures, different issues. Like concussion, hernia, or knee injury, something that can really bother the person afterwards, after their career. And I feel very healthy, and I feel very motivated to do it. So I think about retirement, but I'm still thinking about this next challenge. Next challenge is something important to me.
Well, I know you're focused on the challenge ahead with Cody Garbrandt on July 9th, but if you beat Cody Garbrandt in impressive fashion, you will be, a big name in the bantamweight division this year. If you do beat him, you got to figure you'd have a little bit of power here. Who would you like to fight next if things go your way on July 9th?
Bro, there's so many names, that I want to fight. I don't want to. The way I'm gonna answer to you is like this, because I'm gonna tell you the names that I was thinking to fight before this fight was booked. Because right now, of course, I only think until Cody's fight. I only think until that day, until July 9th. But before, when I didn't have a fight booked, I was thinking about many names. I was thinking about Frankie Edgar. I thought that maybe they could put my fight between me and him. O'Malley, of course, a big name, other name. Now, of course, now he's the champion, but I don't think he's gonna still be the champion if he faces Peter Yan again, or Dillashaw, which is Aljamain Sterling. I would love to fight him. So these guys, yeah.
Well, if things go your way on July 9th, I think that you will be in the driver's seat, Ronnie. So I wish you the best of luck. Those are all the questions that I had, though. So thank you so much for your time. And as I said, best of luck on July 9th. I can't wait to see it.
All right. Thank you very much, Erik.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching this video. If you like our content, be sure to subscribe to Full Man MMA. And while you're at it, make sure to hit the bell icon as well so you never miss an update from us.